Hi everyone, Adam here, and it's another review of Tales from the Darkside, the series. And today's episode is A Case of the Stubborns. And this episode stars Eddie Bracken, who was in movies like We're Not Married, Two Tickets to Broadway, and probably best known as Roy Wally in National Lampoon's Vacation, and also as Mr. Duncan in Home Alone 2. This also stars a very young Christian Slater, of course, who was in a lot of movies in the 90s. Broken Arrow, True Romance, and also ended up having a part in the Tales from the Darkside, the movie. Also stars Barbara Eda Young and Brett Spiner, who went on to star in Star Trek The Next Generation as Data. And the story is by Robert Bloch, most famous for writing the novelisation and the screenplay of Psycho, and directed by Gerald Kotz, who has directed a couple of episodes of Saturday Night Live and some episodes of Monsters. And the original US air date was the 2nd of December 1984. This episode set in the olden times, I'm guessing the 1800s. They don't actually give you an actual year, but by the looks of it, that's what I say it is. I could be wrong. It tells the story of young Jody and his mum, who Jody's grandfather, mother's father, of course you know that, has recently passed away. Grieving over their loss, they do point out that he's a very stubborn man. He's so stubborn, in fact, he comes walking down the stairs even though he's supposed to be dead, which of course kind of freaks Jody and his mother out, because he was pronounced dead. He still looks kind of dead. Yeah, that's right, this man is so stubborn, he refuses to be dead. Not sure what to do, Ma gets Jody to summon the doctor. But when the doctor does some tests, he can't find a breath. But Grandpa is still sitting there. When the doctor doesn't know what to do, a priest drops by and tries to convince Grandpa to go back to heaven. But he comes up with a pretty good argument. If heaven's meant to be so great, why don't you go there yourself, to the priest? But another problem is, even though he's dead, but still walking around, he's still decomposing and starting to smell, which is a bit of a problem. So Jody seeks out a voodoo woman who might be able to find a way to send Grandpa back to the great beyond with some magical pepper. So they put the pepper on his napkin, breathes it in, and then goes back upstairs to die. Okay, it's a bit more to it than that. Pretty much the plot for A Case of the Stubborns. I'm going to say I really enjoyed this episode. I love the concept of someone who's that stubborn. They refuse to die. It's just kind of funny, and there's a nice sense of humour about this episode, while still having a little bit of a horror element with Grandpa getting more progressively decomposing. And it's a really good makeup job too. And Eddie Bracken is very good as a cantankerous Grandpa. And this is another episode I think is pretty strong. Yes, it's like I said, it's got a good sense of humour about it, and a pretty good concept. I'm going to score this a 7 out of 10. If you have seen A Case of the Stubborns, let us know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.